Hello, it's Helen from Authentic Awareness of You. So this is for the tarot reading for the week of the 17th to the 23rd. And the moon is still in Virgo at the moment. The sun will change signs on the 19th, so it's going to go into Pisces. And we also have the nodes, the North Node and the South Node. They are also going to change. So they're changing into Libra and Aries. So will be quite a big week for us with all that happening. So I hope everyone's had a good day. It's been a bit weird, but that's okay. Mercury is retrograde. Can't really expect anything else. So let's see what's happening for us this week. So we start the week off with the Five of Swords, which is an interesting card. So the five is always a card, there's always a bit of a struggle when there's a five involved. It is, it's always a bit tense, it's a bit up in the air, it can be a bit unexpected as well. And the Five of Swords can be about communication. There can be, arguments or, a bit of conflict happening. It's a bit of a rough time, but it can also be mental disturbances as well. You're in conflict with your thoughts. You just find it a bit rough kind of thing. You also find with the five, it also does mean that things also it gets cleared. Something I also find, it gets cleared away. You might also make a decision. Something will become clearer to you. It will be like, well, I'm not doing that anymore. I'm going to do this. It's like sometimes things are divided with this energy, but it's also, I think it is a clearing energy. You also know where you stand, I think. At the end of this five, you know where things stand. And particularly in this card, when I look at this card, these people, obviously he's very happy, the person in front, but the other people have got their backs, so there may be a turning away from something as well. Whether it's an argument or whether it's just information you get or an idea you've got, can also be that point of, well, that's over and done with now. But it usually does mean that there's been an ending or a little bit of a conflict happening there. But it also can be like a parting of ways, I think. Particularly when we use this deck, I see those people going, well, that's that then. We all know where we stand. So, what is the next stage? So I don't see this as necessarily a bad card, or I think it's probably just, it could be a bit of tension, but at the same time, I think things will actually clear with this energy that's around us. So we may make some decisions about something or get some insight regarding something. So that's the beginning of the week, kind of Monday, Tuesday. It's a bit funky, but like I said, Mercury is retrograde in Aquarius, so it's going to be funky. So, and the week moves on. So we go to the middle of the week and we have the Tower card. It's not looking good so far, is it? But the Tower card is just about change as well. So this week would be a change for us, I would say, by looking at these two cards. We come to the middle of the week, Wednesday, Thursday. You may find that things start to just fall away from us. We have a new thought process. We have some real understanding about situations. The Tower usually means that something, falls down, breaks apart. An old structure is leaving us. But I do kind of feel it like, sometimes, you're standing on a pile of sand and it all just starts to crumble. That's the imagery or the feeling I kind of get from that card. So something is kind of leaving, something is moving away from us. And with the Five of Swords at the front, that kind of makes sense to me. So this could be a big week of change that we're actually going through, moving away from the old, going into a place of new. It's just, just let it all fall away if you can. So there is a structure change as well. And this will be an internal thing. With the Tower, it's something that's within us actually goes, that we no longer need, and it no longer serves us anymore. So that's sort of Wednesday, Thursday. So let's see what happens towards the end of the week. Oh God, it just keeps going. So we have the Five of Wands. So another five. So there again, fives are a bit, uncomfortable. They're a bit intense, but they change things, the five. You're in the middle of change. And the Five of Wands in this card, there again, it's a bit of an energy stir up. Things may not go as planned or as organised. There might be, you might have to change your plans. This also is that kind of, sometimes this card is calling for you to participate in life. It means you have to kind of get into it. Don't just sit on the sidelines. It's asking you to participate in your life. Get in there. You know, I don't think it's about lending a hand. I think you might have to disorganize things, maybe replan things, shuffle things around, and be flexible a little bit. Be flexible so you don't sort of get whacked over the head with something. So, you know, a bit of maneuvering might have to go around. So the weekend might be a bit of not an easy flowing weekend. I would say it may not go as smoothly as you thought. You'll have little unexpected things happening. So my theory is this week possibly could be a bit rough. Nothing that we can't handle though. I put that around the wrong way. Nothing, you know, nothing, I still can't get it right. Nothing that we can't handle though. I think this week will actually be a change. I think as we come to the end of the week, which is this card, we might be sort of having to shift things around a little bit, reorganize things. Information may be coming and flowing. You're going to, you possibly could have a bit of an upheaval. Things are not going, kind of as according to plan. So I think the trick is to possibly be flexible and know that this week is a week of change, I would say, and it might just take us a little while to adjust to things. I think it's probably just going to be uncomfortable. It might be a little bit intense. But at the same time, I don't think it's, the tower could be a bit rough for some people because the tower can be a bit unexpected. It is a bit like, someone pulling the rug out from under you. The tower can certainly have that effect. As you can see in that card, they're jumping out of a building which has been hit by lightning. So sometimes it could certainly be that unexpected thing that comes at us. And then with the Five of Wands, at the end of the week, it's that kind of reorganizing everything, getting back in there. Things are not going to flow as easily as we'd probably hoped they would. So it could just be an interesting week. Expect the unexpected. Mercury is still retrograde, so things may not be flowing properly or easily for us. But overall, I think it will ease up by the end of the week. Sometimes the Five of Wands is just that little bit of tension. It's not easy. You might get a bit like, oh, that was a bit rough. You might feel it, a bit tired and a bit overwhelmed by things. So I would probably try and stay flexible and be open. And also, if you can, laugh, because I think we possibly may need to see the humour in what's kind of going on. And hopefully it's not going to be too intense and too rough for us. So I hope that was helpful. It will be an interesting week. So please leave comments about your week so I know what else is happening to everybody out there. And remember, we do have a few things happening in the sky as well. So when Sun's moving into Pisces, the nodes are going to change. And that usually does indicate things will move and shake things up for us. So I hope you enjoyed that, and I shall see you next week. Ciao.